welcome to my What's on My Needle podcast. If you're new, and welcome back if you have visited before. My name is Angela, and here in this little corner on YouTube, I like to share everything about my love for crafts and handmade beautiful things. I enjoy knitting, crocheting, sewing, bead weaving, and also other things. But mainly I have been enjoying knitting lately, and that's how my podcast came to be. And today I wanted to share a couple of finished projects, lots of projects that I'm working on, lots of whips and a couple of acquisitions, and let you know what I've been up to lately. My finished project, one of my finished projects, is my Felix Pullover. It's a little scrunched up. I already worn it and it is already blocked, but I will wash it again, block it again. A couple things that I have done wrong. I did not know this yarn is not very forgiving. And everywhere I have weaved in my ends, you can actually see it quite a bit. I wish I have joined a new ball of yarn on the side seam. There's not a side seam, it is worked in around, but I wish I would have joined the new balls of yarn on the side or somewhere where I could have hide it a little bit better. I do have a video of me wearing it after I blocked it. This is halfway finished project because I am kind of toying with the idea of dyeing it, and I definitely want to embroider it. There's going to be lots of embroidery on the front with the hope that the weaving ends will get lost in there. Yeah, hopefully it fits very nicely. It was really easy knit. It's explained very well. It's a quite popular pattern and lots of projects. And as soon as I'm done, completely done, as of dyeing it and embroidering it, I will make a special and I will share all about it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, and I will have a B-roll or extra video showing you how it fits. And while I'm talking about dyeing, do you have any recommendations, or do you have any experience of natural dyes? I would think that I would either like a mauve, which I think I should be able to obtain with avocado skin, or dark gray, which I should be able to get with pine cones. I'm not sure. If you have any experience, please let me know. Do share with me. This is my finished project. Overall, I am happy with it. It fits very nicely, and it's a really nice fitting pattern. It's a joy to wear for sure. Just not happy with how the weave-in ends look. Gives it a little bit of a raggedy raggedy look. And what else have I finished? So other things that I have finished kind of lead into what I have been up to lately. I have done a big 3-day event, 3-day market here in Colorado Springs. It is called Territory Days. This is my second year participating as a vendor. First year wasn't great. The weather wasn't very friendly. It rained on and off. We had really bad cheap tent that kept given into the wind, and it actually leaked at some point too. This year we bought a new tent that has all the cross bracing on the top, and it was definitely much better experience, 100%. We did had a couple of gusts of winds on Monday, the last day of the event, and the tent barely moved, so that made me really happy. And I have very much enjoyed this event. I will add some videos of my outfits and my knits that I brought with me. I didn't bring my main whip with me because I'm at the point where I like to pay a little bit more attention. I am about to bind off the bottom, which is, I'm going to use the Italian sewn bind off, which you really want to kind of do that start to finish. It's not something that you can set down and pick it back up, and I'm picking up for the sleeves. And yeah, so I didn't bring that. I brought a few of my unfinished projects that I have gathered. And as I'm working through them, I will make a dedicated video sharing all about them. I had quite a few, and I still have been working through quite a few. One of them was this bandana from last year. It is made with 100% cotton from Lion brand. It is the 24/7 DK cotton. It's a mercerized cotton, so it's not the dishy. Dishy kind of soaks in the water better, but it's also harder to work with. It has much more grip than the mercerized cotton. This one has also a little bit more of a sheen, and I got to, I'm not even sure, I was missing about 6 rows and I ran out of yarn. I had the new ball for quite a while, but I haven't finished it, and I thought that this was the best. There couldn't be a better opportunity than this one to finish it, so I brought it with me, and I did finish this one. And since my bandanas sell quite well, I did at some point send my husband to Michael's to get some more, but unfortunately they didn't have the DK weight from Lion brand, and they did have, I believe it's called patents, and I do have a video of that. I got him to get 3 different colors patents. Here it is. But this is only 50 grams, and I think it was like $7.50, which is more than 100 grams of the yarn from Lion brand. I have it right here. Yeah. This is the one, 24/7 DK cotton. Yeah, so this 100 gram is less than this 50 gram from Patents. Let me show you. The colors are slightly different. The ones that are available, Patents might have a little bit more of a sheen to it. You can see. I think that the thickness is about the same, and they're about the same experience crocheting wise. I would definitely go with this one, and I did order more colors to make more bandanas because they sell quite well on the markets that I do in person, even if that's not my main thing that I do. It's good to have options, and I enjoy making them, so I did order some more colors. And what else can I tell you about these? Yeah, the reason why I actually sent my husband was because I wanted red yarn, because one of the girls that participated during the event, her and her dad, they make They have a booth where you can try it with your children to get gold out of sand. And she was really sweet. She came to my booth multiple times last year, and we became friends during this event. And she came back this year, and she was telling me how much she has worn the bandana that she bought from me last year. And she wished that I had a red one because she's wearing a lot of red lately. And so I sent my husband and I made her one and I gifted it to her. And so I finished this one, and I also finished white one. They still need to be blocked, and right now I'm working on still lion brand yarn. It's the Troupeau. It is 100% bamboo yarn, and it has a little bit of a better drape than the 100% cotton. It splits a little bit more easily, so it's a little harder to work with, but I already made one of these, and you can actually see it. It has much more drape, and I did, so the recommended crochet hook for both, it's 4, but with the cotton, I used 3.5, and I think that from now on I will use 4. And for this one, for the Troupeau, I used 4, and I don't think there is much of a difference in size. I think that the size is actually same, absolutely same. Yeah, I do need to block them all just to get the stitches to relax a little bit more. And I am working on another one. This is bandana made out of the granny stitch, and it's gonna have a little picoty border on it. And another thing that I brought with me to the market that I have worked on is my squishy blanket. Here it is. I have almost finished the first ball of yarn. This is another lion brand yarn. It is the mandala. It is 100% acrylic. So just so it's easy to be thrown in the washing machine without a lot of a fuss. And this is gonna be my next color after this one. And I have decided that I would join the new colors in the on the light side. So I would do 2 of these going from the light to the dark, from the dark to the light, and then another color from there. And I do have all the colors, but just one bowl of each. I have blue, pink, yellow, purple, green. So just because I have decided to do the double stripes, I have ordered 1 extra for each color. And this is my own made up pattern. It is fisherman's rib, but you knit the stitch into the stitch below on both sides. So it's nice and squishy, nice and heavy and warm. And this is going very slowly because I rarely work on it when we commute, usually in the car or whatnot. Yeah. Let's see what else I have. Nothing in here. Okay, and my last whip that I have, well, I have more. I have more whips, but my last active whip that I work on the most is my Sommerknus t-shirt, and I'm using this yarn here, the Symphony from Knit Pro. Luna. The color is turquoise, and I am using knitting needles size 4.5 millimeter, and this is a DK weight yarn. Here is my knit. I am at the point where I'm working on, so I only bought 3 skeins, and if I would have to base it off of the pattern, I would have to have some more than that, but I'm also knitting on a smaller needles than the ones that are recommended by the pattern. So I was supposed to do only 1 full repeat of all the stitches, and I did 2.5, almost 3 full repeats, and I am working on the ribbing now, and I want to do the Italian bind off at the bottom. I went down the needle size at the bottom. I went from 4.5 to 4 millimeter, and that's the same thing that I did on the sleeve. There is, in the pattern, it calls for decreases at the sleeve. I didn't do the decreases. I just went down half a needle size for the ribbing, and I will do Italian sewn bind off for the sleeve. And what else? So I'm trying to make it with the 3 balls of 3 skeins. This is what I have left, and I'm already working on the ribbing on the first sleeve. The sleeves didn't take that much because you can see this is where you split for the sleeve, so it's one of the what do you call them? It's the broken rib stitch. So that's, and I only need the 2 purl rows and the section with the stockinette, another 2 purl rows, and then the ribbing. What is not addressed in the pattern, and I did have to, I hardly ever rib back, and I did have to do that this time because I really wasn't happy with how it was looking. So what is not really addressed is that after splitting for the sleeves, she just tells you to continue with the stitch repeats as you did in the body, but it doesn't really work because with the stitches that you pick up, it kind of creates double, because I already had the purl 2 rows in the body, but I didn't have them on the sleeve. So after I picked up, I was supposed to do the 2 purl rows and then continue with the stockinette. So I ended up with 4 purl rows instead of 2. So what I did, I ripped back. I didn't like the look of it. I have a video, so I will insert it so you can see how it looked. I ripped back and I kept the picked up stitches, and I continued with the stitches that were set to the side for the sleeve, and I did a couple of German short rows. So I would just do the purl rows for the sleeve, and then I added the other stitches. I also picked up 2 extra stitches, 1 on each side, to avoid the little hole that sometimes or most of the times is created after you pick up stitches for sleeves. And I made a Reverly I made a Reverly project, so I did explain everything there. I usually have a project diary, but I didn't want to because I like physical things that you can touch and you can see, and I might continue with both, but I will probably not put all my notes into the diary anymore. I will just put picture and of the project and the yarn so I can actually see which yarn I have used, and then all the project details and modifications I will add into my project pages on Ravelry, just because it's something that I have always with me. I always bring my phone. I don't drag my project diary everywhere. It's quite hefty, so it's just easier for me to keep that updated instead. And then it's something that you can reference to if you think that it's useful, or if I'm talking about it and you want to see it or read it again because I'm blabbering and not making any sense, then you have it right there. And yeah, so that's what I did with my sleeves. I will be done with these. I was hoping that this would be finished by now, but I was so busy getting ready for the event that my knitting time is less and less, and I'm trying to get up earlier in the morning to work out. I haven't done that in a while, and it feels good to get back into the gym, and I sleep better if I work out in the morning, but that also entails that I'm a little bit more tired when I go to bed. So my double knitting time from morning and before bed diminishes to just knitting time in the morning, because in the evening I'm so tired that I can barely read a couple of pages in the book that I'm reading recently and currently, and that's it. I can't knit anymore in the evening. So this is the Sommerknus, and hopefully, I really hope this is going to be done next time. And yeah, so this is the current projects and whips and finished projects that I have to share. And I think I will make videos a little bit more often because there's so much that I want to share, and then by the time I sit down, the things that I wanted to share a week ago, I think this time it has been 3 weeks since I posted a video. So things that I wanted to share a week ago already slipped my mind and I can't even remember what it was. But yeah, it would be nice to make videos a little bit more often. I won't feel as overwhelmed with everything that I want to talk about. I went to a shop. It's called Woolly Works Knit Shop. It's the closest shop to where I live in Colorado Springs, and it is still considered Colorado Springs, but it's a little out there. It takes about 40 minutes for me to go, so this was my second time. I don't go very often, but I wanted to show you my acquisitions. So I bought 300 grams of this. It is about a sports weight, and it is made from 50% polyester recycled from bottles and 50% bamboo. I really like bamboo for summer knits. It is beautifully cooling and it has a gorgeous drape. And I thought that the fact that it is from recycled bottles, it's awesome. I do believe that recycling plastics causes a lot of pollution, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess it's controversial. I don't know if it's worse to recycle them or let them in the landfills pollute half of our planet by creating microplastics or whatnot. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? What is your opinion about that? The brand is Pop Cycle by Haiku, and it is made in Taiwan but designed in Seattle, USA. And the color is Wish. It's white color. It's a true white. And I got 300 yards. I don't know what I'm going to make with this. If it's going to be something summery, I want it to be probably a lot of lace work, so it's more breathable. I do have one workout shirt made out of recycled bottles, and it does not breathe very well. So that's one. Then I got one more bowl of the 100% linen. This is 50 grams from Chappelle El Niño. It is color white. The first time around I visited this shop, I think I bought 3, and I didn't think about hard enough. And when I came home, I realized that 150 grams is probably not going to be enough for a summer top. And I ordered a couple more online from a different store, and when it came in, the white was very much off-white. It was more yellowy white than this one. So I'm glad she had one more left. So hopefully I'll be able to make something with that. I did toy with the idea of dyeing it that way. I would get rid of the color difference, but maybe now I wouldn't have to. And the last one, the softest cloud. This is the softest yarn I think I have ever had. This is 68% Suri alpaca and 32% nylon. The color is lavender, color 20, and it is the Plymouth yarn from Bristol, Pennsylvania, maybe, and it is made in Peru. Yeah, it is lace weight. Recommended needles are 3 to 8 US size. It is 25 grams, approximately 274 yards. I know that alpaca alternatives to mohair tend to be a little thicker than a lace weight, but I think that this one is a true lace weight. I don't think that this is much thicker than a mohair yarn would be, and I cannot really tell very well. Let me show you from closer. I do believe that the core, the actual polyester core, is purple, and then the fuzz, the alpaca fuzz, is white. And I do have 4 balls of this to hold double with another yarn and maybe make a cardigan or a sweater, because I would not mind having this touching my skin at all. Yeah, and I think that's all I had to share for this episode. Please let me know if you have any questions. I very much appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for subscribing, commenting, liking. If you do, I appreciate the effort and appreciate the time. And until next time. I hope you have fun knitting, creating, and your life is filled with happiness. Bye.